What's up, everybody? Scarlet and Gray every day, all day. I am the real Daryl. I'm here to talk about UNLV's first game of the season with head coach Dan Mullen. As we all know, UNLV beat FCS school Idaho State University 38-31 in the Legion Stadium this past Saturday. Just want to give you my thoughts on what I saw from the game. So one of the things that I saw, of course, was the defense. I just want to give props to Idaho State University for coming out. Man, they were balling. I'm talking about they were moving the ball up and down the field with the pass. In the running game, that young man, I think his name is Brooks, man, he was gashing UNLV, dragging tacklers and stuff like that. I think he might have scored 2 touchdowns on the defense. There were a couple times where UNLV, man, I'm talking about pass coverage was looking off a little bit. Receivers were getting cooked. Sorry, the receivers were cooking our defensive backs and stuff like that. A couple times there were some great catches by the Idaho State receivers. There was one like on 3rd and 19 where the guy made a great catch. They replayed it, and the guy had his foot inbounds, like a toe or something like that. Great catch by that receiver for Idaho State. Game was tight throughout. Definitely they need to fix the defense, but I'll give Dan Mullen some leeway on that because of the roster turnover that took place from the last coaching administration. On offense, of course, Orgy, the transfer from Michigan. There was a point in the game where Idaho State was up 3-0. UNLV's going down the field in the first possession. They get inside the red zone. I thought he had scored, but he fumbled the ball. And, of course, Idaho State goes down the field. They score a touchdown. Now, with Orgy, the biggest thing with him is can he pass the football? Wasn't impressed with his game as far as passing. To me, he's more of like a dual threat, read option type quarterback. He did score a touchdown, but he's somebody to me I'm not sure somebody we want to see pass the ball more than 20 times a game. The other gentleman, I can't pronounce his last name, number 10, came out. I thought he did a way better job running the offense. And, of course, he had more snaps than Orgy. Led UNLV down the field, got him in the end zone, did a great job. But I think because we're playing 2 quarterbacks, we don't really have a quarterback. I'm sorry. That's just why I look at it. Because if you got to play 2 quarterbacks, that's not a good thing. So I think just based upon what I'm seeing, unless it's going to be Phil, I think that number 10 should get more playing time than Orgy. Not saying Orgy shouldn't play. They should have some packages for him from time to time, especially in the red zone. Maybe because he's a big dude that can run you over and he can get in the end zone. That's probably how we'll play it. But I think this offense should be built around the running game because Jet Thomas is that dude. UNLV also has a good depth at the running back position with running backs that could come in that can slash and gash you. But this is the season where I think you kind of should put the onus on the running game and then use that to set up your pass. So those are things that I saw. Another thing, too, is the kicking game. Man, a couple of those kicks that they had, like I said, UNLV left about 13 points off the scoreboard, 7 from that turnover that Orgy had where he should have scored a touchdown. And a couple of those field goal misses that the kicker missed. I mean, I give him, like I said, I give him some leeway because I think this is his first year. But, man, those 2 misses looked like a golf swing. I thought they were off to the left. I thought, no chance. He has the leg, but the kick should not be, like, far left or far right. You know what I'm saying? It would just look like that. So maybe just, jitters, who knows. But at the end of the day, UNLV did win. I will give the defense props, and this right here is that they did get 3 interceptions, but I still think the pass coverage at times was kind of hit and miss. The same thing in the running game, where, like I said, the running back for Idaho State, I think gashed us for well over 100 yards. But at the end of the day, hey, the name of the game is to get the win. Saw that margin of victory and how it looked. I don't really care for that stuff because at the end of the day, UNLV is not, let's say, a Power 5 school like Georgia or Alabama or Penn State where, let's say, you could just walk out on the field against anybody and just win a game. So I think that, they still have to go out to earn it because we're just not at that level yet. So I'm always happy when you get a win because if this is UNLV, let's say, 7-8 years ago and on back, they probably would have lost the game to Idaho State. I mean, I remember watching the team lose to Howard. So that should tell you how far UNLV has come within the, let's say, last 3 years, where people are excited to actually go to a UNLV football game and at least expect the team to win, not to the point to, let's say, where in years past, it was like, hey, we hope we can be competitive, and if we win, great. So definitely happy with a win. So next game up is Sam Houston State. I think Dan Mullen will fix the things that we need to fix on defense and offense. And like I said, and again, it's his team, his philosophy. But initially, if it was me, I would definitely build the offense around our running attack because Jet Thomas is that type of dude where if he hits a crease, he can take it to the house. And I just think right there, when you're running football, you wear down the defense, you keep your defense fresh, and then you put the offense in obvious situations where, hey, we're behind and we don't have much time left. We have to throw the football, and what's going to happen? The other team's going to have to press on offense, which is going to help your defense possibly get turnovers and then get the ball back to your offense. So anyways, Rebel Nation, thank you for watching the video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And as I always say, hey, scarlet and gray, every day, all day. Go Rebels. Peace. And I'm out.